Welcome to TechCode, welcome to Going China and Wangsang Hao. Yeah, is this richtig? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, thanks for having us here. My name is Jan Thomas from NKF. We do these awesome magazines here that you can grab for free everywhere in Berlin and in Germany. Startups are the new rock stars. Whenever you come to our conferences, you will hear exactly this. Startups are great. And NKF, we are trying to build a stage for startups, but not only this, we try to somehow transfer knowledge from people who did it, who have experience, to people who want to know and want to learn. And so this is what this is today about. Yeah, today it's about the Chinese market, and yeah, so we have a lot of awesome guests who will tell you exactly this. They will tell you their experience and their opinions about what is important when you want to go to China and when you want to work there and when you want to do business with it. So that's from my side. We have a very tight schedule, I think, yeah, for tonight. So that's why you don't have to listen to me so much. And I say thanks and till later. Yeah.
Thank you, Jan. A warm welcome also from my side. My name is Corinna Visser, and I'm responsible for Berlin Valley that you can see over there. And as Jan said, startups are our passion, and at the same time we are trying to support the startup ecosystem. And that's why we immediately said yes when TechCode approached us with the idea for this conference. Many startups are gearing towards the US, but China is a gigantic and exciting market, and therefore it is also interesting for startups. And as you can see this evening, I'm not the only one who thinks this way. But doing business in China is somehow different from doing business in Europe or the Americas. And how to succeed in China, that is what we'll be talking about tonight. And please feel free to ask your questions, because this conference is for you, and that's what we are here for. And as Jan said, we have a very tight schedule, and we really want to be on time. We will finish at about 8 o'clock and start networking. There are snacks here and drinks here, and don't be afraid, you will be able to see the semi-final right here, so you won't miss Ronaldo against Wales. So without further ado, we start with the program, and please welcome Jasmine to the stage. Jasmine is the Business Development Manager at TechCode Berlin, and she will introduce you to TechCode.
Thank you. So, hello guys. Thank you for your time, for your interest to TechCode, and also the topic about how to enter the Chinese market. So, of course, many thanks for Berlin Valley for helping us organize this great event. So many thanks, and as a host of TechCode, we welcome you. Okay, so I will first introduce myself a little bit. So I studied financial math for my bachelor and statistics for my master in London. And afterwards, I have been working for German financial services companies. So in 2014, I went back to China for a couple of months for this project team with one of the biggest car producers in the world to manage this project, which is about car-to-share project with 3 other German consulting companies. And something interesting and unexpected happened. So after 3 months, this will be come to the stage that we are getting evaluated by the client. So we cannot really deliver the result because the Chinese market is so complicated. So we kind of need long time to know how to do the market research and the data that we need. So I think this addressed the first point I would like to deliver, which is why TechCode is here. So we definitely want to create a huge network for the startups. We want to create an easy access to the startups for our members to go across to different markets when we are able to. But what is also important is to show what the Chinese market is. So how to launch your project in China, what to do, what not to do, and also what kind of failures, like mistakes that we can avoid when you already make your decision. So we provide this insight for your startups to enter the Chinese market. So with this aim in our mind, what exactly is TechCode? So TechCode is a Chinese company who run the accelerator programs inside China. And outside of China, we have the 4 innovation centers. So based in Berlin, in Tel Aviv, in Seoul, and Silicon Valley. So by the end of this year, we are going to have another one in Helsinki and another 6 to go in China. And by the end of next year, we are going to have 50 accelerators around the world. So you can see it's really a big network, a big game, so we are in. And TechCode at the moment have 213 startups. And among all of these startups, we have 162 already get funded through us. And with the amount of 3.4 billion RMB. And the whole market value of these startups is like 19 billion RMB. So we also create 92 patents and have just 2 weeks ago, we have our own funding. So TechCode #1 funding, which is like established 2 weeks ago. So which means we can also invest with our own funding to the great and promising startups all over the world. And as the time is really limited, I would like to say that in China and in Germany, I believe there are so many differences. People work differently, people have different styles, but I believe that we have the same common thing, which is like we both appreciate the startups. So if you want to have like some thought about like how to enter the Chinese market, about like whether or still hesitating, like whether we should or not, we TechCode is here. We would like to accompany you from the first step to every step. So if you have this thought, please let me know. Please let TechCode know. Thank you.